Hey pretty, how you doing? I've literally been sitting here for like 30 minutes looking at my phone instead of filming this video. So let's just get this over with. I need to pull up my stuff. But we're doing my Partners in Cream Project Pan update. This was collated by DaLin and Steph Lyons, which I'm gonna leave them down below, although I don't believe either of them is currently posting on YouTube. I digress. I'm still gonna post it. I really wanted to do this one. But yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna leave this to the end because I'm actually looking forward to this one. All right, let's start out with SheGlam. Well, let me backtrack. I decided to do things differently this year, and I have 6 items, and I have 2 hard ones, 2 medium, and then 2 easy ones, right? And that's kind of what we're doing. Okay, so for SheGlam Hibiscus, there it is. I've been consistently making progress, but it is kind of getting to the nitty gritty. However, there's still a bunch of product in like the cap. Like this is the cap. This is how much I just pulled out of the cap. It's crazy. So there's still plenty of product. I do think this is gonna be here most of the year, and I'm perfectly fine with that. It is what it is. Okay, for my middle categories, I have Wattles, which I'm actually wearing today, and I just finally came to the conclusion that it is time to let this one go, okay? It is dry as a motherfucker. It is literally dusty. I don't know how to repress Super Shock shadows, and it's too dry to like crunch it up and just like hope that it will like reassemble. So we're just gonna have to call it empty. I don't think I can actually like use this anymore, to be honest. That's really what it is. So there's that. Let's see what else we got. Oh, never mind. I have to replace that. Duh. What am I supposed to be replacing that with? Oh, rooftop cocktails. Okay, let's see. So the next one that I'm gonna actually try to finish is gonna be this one, rooftop cocktails from ColourPop. Is my other Super Shock share, and this one's actually like very, very thin. It is a dual chrome. I do believe this one's gonna be a little bit harder to do, if I'm being honest, but that's what we're gonna try to do. Okay, I do have my liquid blush rotation situation, and I'm actually excited for this one. Like, hold on. Now, I will say there was not a lot of product, or there was not a lot of changes with a lot of different products. Let me backtrack. I don't know what I'm saying. 14 liquid blushes, cream or liquid blushes, and my whole goal is to try to get 25 uses out of all of them. However, I mentioned this before, I was really close on finishing one specific liquid blush, and I just decided that I needed to finish it. So I did. This is SheGlam in the shade Gold Quartz, and I mean, I did the middle. There's nothing inside anymore. It's like completely gone. There's a little rattling thing. The sponge, I try to get as much product. The last week and a half, I haven't been able to get any more product. I've just bbeen using the goddamn sponge because it's completely soaked, but I'm just gonna call it. I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't think I actually finished this product. I mean, look at it. It all just, the packaging, I don't know what to tell you. Like, everything was coming out. And I was thinking it's because of the sponge. Like, every time, if it was like overly soaked, it would like just scrape out. This was such a mess. I do not recommend it as 100% just because of the packaging, but I finished it, so we're calling that a win. But that being said, let's go back to the problem. I ended up using that 44 times since the year started to finally call it quits, you know? But Rare Beauty and Joy, I have 2 uses. Wells the People and Berry, I have 1. Rare Beauty Hope 6. SheGlam, I just said 44. Persona Guava has not been used. Persona Bloom has not been used. Rare Beauty Virtue 5 times. Patrick Test, she's blushing 12 times. Rare Beauty Worth 2 times. Rare Beauty Wisdom 2 times. Lunar Beauty Mauve Mommy and Lunar Beauty Rose Reina have not been used. And Lunar Beauty Bloom Bella once, and Royal Beauty Beloved 4 times, sorry. So I still have 4 blushes that have not been used. But now that that one is gone, I should be rotating through this a lot more often. I have been prioritizing because I knew from the beginning of the year that there was not a lot left in this one. So I do expect this to be better moving forward. A bit more variety. Yeah, okay. So I've also been rotating through my Super Shocks to try to hit pan on some of them. And I've recently been working in a little Quarky. And honestly, I've used a lot of little Quarky. Hold on a second here. Okay, I've used this one 7 times and I'm actually really shocked that I haven't hit pan on it, to be honest. Because I can see the dent and it's actually quite thin, but I guess I'm just being like, I think I'm just hitting the outsides a bit more. I don't know. I'm actually surprised, but I do think I'm gonna hit pan on this by the next update, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah. All right, let's see what else we've got. I have my lip rotation that I'm supposed to get 10 uses out of. I could not tell you what I picked last time. I forgot. I don't have it up here. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it... Oh, I remember what it was. Okay. So it was my bullet lipstick from Lunar Beauty and Largely Los Angeles. And I have this, I think it was the shade Maura. But I used it once and then I realized it was way too light for me. And that one was the darker of the 2 shades. So I ended up decluttering it, that one and the other shade. And I gave them to my best friend Katie because she's significantly lighter than me. So I was like, look, these don't work for me. They're too light. But for her, they worked perfectly fine. So I ended up decluttering those. So I do need to choose a new one of those. Yeah, and then back to the cream bronzer that I had skipped from earlier. I had Persona in Dune last time, but I ended up pausing it because I was going to put my Rare Beauty one instead because I was really close on finishing it and I just wanted to see if I could finish in a month, and I did. I definitely did. I'm not going to dig out the product. I just don't like doing that. So I'm not, but this is done. And I did actually ended up going back to using Dune, which I didn't use it for very much, maybe for like a week or so. And in that 1 week, I did the most minimal of like changes just to see the tiniest little line. But hey, considering I only used it for a week, we're counting that as a win. And we got 2 actual empties and one that was kind of an empty and a declutter. I mean, I think that's pretty good, if I'm being honest. Oh, that's not my empty. This one was my empty. So, I mean, 2 real empties, kind of an empty, and 2 declutters technically, because I just came to realize that those shades just not gonna work for me. So I think this was a really good update. So let's kind of like recap where we're at. So Persona in Dune is back on, and I do think this one's gonna be moving at a very decent pace. I'm not too worried about it. This is kind of where we're at for the whole thing. We have SheGlam Hibiscus. That one's gonna be here for the long haul. We kind of knew that. That's why they're like the hard ones, the long ones. But they're just gonna be here for a while. Then we have my Super Shock, the one that's actually trying to finish, which is going to be Rooftop. I'm actually gonna try to finish this one. And then we have a little Quarky, which I'm just trying to hit pan on that one. We have my blush rotation, which now I actually focus on that rotation and not just trying to finish the one, so I feel pretty good about that. And now we need to rotate one more lip product, and that I have not thought it through. But I want to get something that's a little more nude, but it's a nude base, and the only reason I'm saying that is because I do have this lip liner that I'm very close on finishing. This is all I have left technically. I'm very close on finishing it, but I feel like I need a couple of like nudes to try to finish it up, just because it doesn't work with my other project pan. So I think I'm gonna go with this one from Jason Wu, which I know I do. This shade actually works really well for me, and it's the shade Apple Pie. And this is the shade. It looks more orange, but it's actually quite muted. It's more like a muted, I don't know how to explain it. It's a little warm. It's a little warm. But this is a shade that I'm gonna try to get 10 uses out of. And that is it for today's project pan. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me what you finished so far. Honestly, this I am super proud of. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.